Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? This is Muhammad Arif with you, and I will walk you through One Smart Part 1 and Part 2 in these episodes. So, welcome to the 18th episode of Learning Vocabulary with Arif. And today we are going to learn some interesting words. And the very first word we are going to learn is, as you can see on the screen, is cacophony. Cacophony is a noun which means harsh sounding mixture of words, voices or sounds. কর্কশ শব্দ বাংলা যাকে আমরা বলি, সেই কর্কশ শব্দ যেগুলো শ্রুতিমধুর নয় এরকম শব্দকে বোঝাতে we can use this word cacophony. Cacophony, right? A cacophony isn't just a lot of noise, it's a lot of noise that doesn't sound good together. Steam whistleblowing isn't a cacophony, but a high school orchestra that has never rehearsed together might very well produce a cacophony. The roar of engines, horns, and sirens arising from a busy city street would be a cacophony. A lot of people all shouting at once would produce a cacophony. The opposite word of the word cacophony is euphony. Euphony is pleasing sound. The next word is cadence. Cadence. Cadence is a noun which means rhythm, the rise and fall of sounds. We wished the tone of Arwin's words would have a more pleasing cadence, but he spoke in a dull monotone. So when a speaker speaks with the intonation of speaking high and low, right, within his speech, then we can call it a cadence, right? So absence of cadence is a monotonous speech from the speaker, right? The next word we are going to learn is cajole. Cajole, which is a verb which means to persuade someone to do something he or she doesn't want to do. যখন কেউ কোনো কিছু করতে চায় না তখন তাকে মোটিভেট করা এটা করার জন্য, হ্যাঁ, সেই কাজটাকে বলা হয় cajole. I didn't want to give this speech, but Joel cajoled me into doing it by telling me what a good speaker I am. As it turned out, he simply hadn't been able to find anyone else. The next word we're going to learn is clo. Clo. It's also an adjective which means immature. To be clo is to be beautifully naive, inexperienced, and unsophisticated. A clo bureaucrat in the bureaucracy of our country, a teenager might show clo disregard for the feelings of adults. Driving fast cars and hanging out in the park and lot at the 7-Eleven are clo pursuits. The patient was alarmed by the cloness of the medical staff. The doctors looked too young to have graduated from high school, much less from medical school. Alright, the next word is kanda. Kanda. Kanda is a noun which means truthfulness, sincere honesty. সরল বিশ্বাসে অকপটে আমরা যখন কোনো জিনিস বলি তার যে মানে সত্যবাদিতা, অকপটে বিশ্বাস স্বীকার করে নেওয়ার যে বৈশিষ্ট্য সেটাকে বলে khanda, sincere honesty. My best friend exhibited khanda when he told me that for many years now he has believed me to be a jerk. Right? Teddy appreciated Rose's khanda. Teddy was glad to know that Rose thought Teddy's sideburns looked stupid. To show khanda is to be candid. যে লোকটা কান্ডার যে বৈশিষ্ট্যটা সেটা যখন ট্রুথফুলনেস বা সিনসিয়ার অনেস্টি শো করে তখন তাকে আমরা বলি he is a candid person. What is candid about the camera on candid camera? The camera is candid because it is truthful in showing what people do when they can't turn off the coffee machine in the office when they are applying for a job. Candid does not mean concealed or hidden, even though the camera on candid camera is concealed. To be candid is to speak frankly. আমরা বলি candid picture. So candid picture actually expresses the real thing, the truth. All right. The very next word is capitalism. Capitalism, it's a noun, means free enterprise, an economic system in which businesses are owned by private citizens. So there are two streams of economics. One is socialistic economy, and on the other hand is capitalism. So capitalism is kind of the economic structure of the country when the private organization can maximize their profit and government actually do not intervene in the affairs of these companies. On the other hand, the medium of production of a country is controlled by the government, then it is called the socialistic economic system, right? And some of the countries in this world are actually running through a mixed economic system, which is the mixing of both the capital or the socialistic economy. All right, the next word is capitulate. Capitulate is a verb which means to surrender, to give off or give in. Right, I urged him and argued him to take off his cap. When I threatened to knock his head off, he capitulate. 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 এভাবে উচ্চারণ করবেন, right? Okay, capitulate, right? Surrender করা, কারোর কাছে নতি স্বীকার করা, right? On the 20th day of the strike, the workers capitulated and went back to work without a new contract. To recapitulate is not to capitulate again. To recapitulate is to summarize. মাথায় রাখবেন, capitulate means surrender করা, আবার সামনে যখন রি লাগাই দিব তখন কিন্তু ওটার মিনিং আর ওই আগের মতো না. রি means summarize. To recapitulate is to সংক্ষিপ্ত করা, summarize করা. So if students paid attention to Mr. Jones that he had to recapitulate his major points at the end of the class. Alright, the next word is capricious. Capricious. Capricious, it's an adjective which means unpredictable, likely to change at any moment. আপনারা টুনি আর মন্তুর গল্প তো পড়েছেন, সেখানে টুনিকে বলা হয়েছে, জহির খান বলেছেন যে বাঁশের কঞ্চির মতো, যে কোনো সময় দেখে যায় তিরিং বিরিং, রাইট? সো খামখেয়ালি, চপল, এই যে বৈশিষ্ট্যগুলো বোঝাতে we can use these word. It is capricious, right? So Bill was very capricious. One minute he said his favorite car was a Chevy Caprice. The next minute he said it was Camaro. All right, so the weather is often said to be capricious. One minute it's snowing, the next minute it's 120 degrees in the shade. অনেক সময় আমরা আবহাওয়ার খামখেয়ালিপনা দেখি, এই রোদ তো এই বৃষ্টি. So we can use this word actually configuratively. The next word we're going to learn is caricature. Caricature, it's a noun. It means a portrait or description that is purposely distorted or exaggerated, often to prove some point about its subject. আপনারা ডেইলি স্টার পড়লে দেখবেন যে মিমিক্রি মানে ভৎসনা করে অনেক সময় এই বিভিন্ন কার্টুন আঁকা হয়, একেবারে কোনো মানুষের হুবহু আদলে বোঝা যাচ্ছে যে ওই মানুষটা এটা দেখবেন যে বিভিন্ন পলিটিক্যাল রাজনৈতিক ব্যক্তিত্বকে ব্যঙ্গাত্মক করে তার ছবি আঁকা হয়. সো এটাকে আমরা বলি caricature. So editorial cartoonists often draw caricatures. Big noses, enormous glasses. ওই দেখবেন বডি নাই কিন্তু মাথাটা অনেক বড়, দেখবেন যে চোখগুলো বড়, হয়তো দেখা যাচ্ছে ঠোঁটটা অনেক বড়. So floppy ears and other distortions are common in such drawings. A politician who has been convicted of bribery might be depicted in a prison in a form or with a ball and chain around his ankle. If the politician has big ears to begin with, the ears might be drawn vastly bigger. The next word we're going to learn is castigate. Castigate is a verb, means to criticize severely, to chastise. কাউকে কঠিনভাবে গালাগালি করা, ভৎসনা করা, হ্যাঁ, এটাকে আমরা বলি castigate. Jim's mother-in-law castigated him for forgetting to pick her at the airport. তবে একবারে বকা বলা চলে না, কঠোর সমালোচনা করাকে আমরা বলি কাস্টিগেট, রাইট, যেটা গায়ে লাগে। অলরাইট, বকা একটু বেশি হয়ে যায়, এক্সটেন্ট বেশি, বকার থেকে একটু কম, রাইট। So next word is catalyst. Catalyst is a noun. No, sorry, is a noun. It means in chemistry something that changes the rate of a chemical reaction without itself being changed. আপনারা যদি কেমিস্ট্রি পড়ে থাকেন দেখবেন যে রাসায়নিক বিক্রিয়ার গতি বাড়িয়ে দেয়, আবার কমিয়েও দিতে পারে। Some of the chemical reagents without being changed by itself. নিজে পরিবর্তন হয় কিন্তু অন্যকে পরিবর্তন করে। So we can use these words figuratively to depict a scenario where something motivates someone to do something or demotivates someone to discourage to doing something. So let's check the example sentences to clarify the meaning of these words. When the mad scientist dropped a few grains of the catalyst into his test tube, the bubbling liquid began to boil furiously. This word is often used outside the laboratory as well. The launching of Sputnik by the Russians provided the catalyst for the creation of the modern American space program. The tragic hijacking provided the catalyst for Congress's new anti-terrorist legislation. So some events actually provoke to do something, provoke some other events too. So in some sort of in some cases we can use this word catalyst. So let's have the quick quiz. The first one is cacophony. Yeah, you can recall it. So B, harsh mixture of sounds. Then cadence. Cadence means rhythm. Then cajole. Cajole means punctuate deceptively. All right. The colorful is immature. Then kanda means truthfulness. Then capitalism. Yeah, you're right. It's an economic system of a country. So free enterprise. Then capitulate. Capitulate, it means surrender. And if you put re in front of the capitulate, then it becomes recapitulate, and it means summarize. Very easy. Then capricious. Capricious, yeah, capricious, unpredictable. Then caricature. Yeah, you know the cartoons in the newspaper. So it's distorted portrait. Castigate, criticize severely. And the very last word, catalyst. Catalyst means alright, catalyst means, yeah, it makes things happen. So I think these episodes are actually going to be a catalyst for your journey to crack the BCS or IELTS or GRE. So I would love to hear from you. How are you preparing for your exam, and how these videos can help you? How can I improve more? So I'm waiting for your comments right below this video. So see you in the next episode. Take care.